Hello, so today I'm going to be showing you how I make basically those slide images for videos and how I do the text overlay onto the pictures, and it's actually quite simple. So I'm going to be showing you like every step of the way, and hopefully by the end you will be an expert. So first things first, you want to get some text. Actually, before that, we're going to open PowerPoint. Open PowerPoint and just open a new blank presentation. Okay, once you have that, you're gonna need whatever text you want on your image. So we're gonna do two different images in this one. The first one we're gonna do a quote. Okay, so here I have a quote from C.S. Lewis, and let me just grab that quote. Well, actually grab this. No, we'll just grab the quote, and then we'll go copy. Right. Go to our PowerPoint right here. Let's go new slide and open a blank slide, and then you can go right click and paste. Okay, so there's three different paste options here. You can use the paste destination theme, using destination theme. So what this does is it will paste the text and it will automatically format it to the theme currently being used by your slideshow. But you can also do this option, which keeps the source formatting. So in this case, it would be whatever this site, Desert News, was using, the font and font size to write these quotes, it will keep it exactly the same. If I want to just paste the plain text, this will just make it a default plain text. Probably whatever is the default in PowerPoint, so it'd be calibrate body. Okay, so now I have that there, and let's make sure we reference it properly. So we'll type here C.S. Lewis and The Great Divorce. (1945). All right, so now we have our text. The next step is to get our picture as our background in here. So what we do, in order to get that, we want to make sure we don't have our text box selected. We want to have the slide, the entire slide selected. So if you select your text box right now, and you're going to format that background, we go to design and we go format background. It's only going to put the picture in this box. It's not going to do the whole slide. So make sure you unselect it. And by doing that, to do that, you just click here. And by doing that, it will unselect it. Now the entire slide is selected. It's entire slide. So now you're going to go format background. And you're going to go picture or texture fill. So you got this ugly texture as a default. Well, we're going to change that in a minute. You go insert. And then you go from a file. So this will open your Windows Explorer, and then you want to go to where you've put your picture. So in my case, it's in the videos library. For you, you're going to have to know where you put that picture. I can't help you with that. So I'm going to take this nice forest wallpaper that I've downloaded, and look at that. Okay, so now we have the text and the image, but it still obviously doesn't look nice. I mean, that's not very readable. So the next thing I usually do is I click on the text box and I go format, and then I will format the shape fill. This is called the shape fill right here. And the one I often use is the transparent fill. So this theme gives a transparent fill. There's different colors here. In my opinion, I think the dark one or the gray often looks the best, and that's the one I usually use. So in this case, we're gonna do this black transparent shape fill, and there you go. Now from there on, you can change the font or the font size if you like. So in my case, I might decide to change it to, let's see here, Century Gothic. Make it look extra nice. And maybe I want to make it a little bit bigger here. So I just increase the font size there, and then maybe I want to center it. From there on out, you can format it accordingly. Maybe you want it more condensed, maybe you want it stretched out, and there you go. That looks pretty nice, right? So that's how you format with the text overlay. However, you have probably seen that in a lot of the pictures I do, I don't have it like a box like this, right? A lot of them seem to just have the text overlaid on the picture, and it looks pretty good. Well, now you could just do what we have just done and just put the text on there, put no shape fill, and just, maybe change the color and maybe try and make it work. But the way I usually ensure it's readable and it looks good is how I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do a second example for you. And so we're going to open another blank slide here, and let's make sure we get some text. So first, we're going to get some text. In this case, I'm going to get a Bible verse, okay? So I'm going to go to Ephesians 11 and 12 here. We're going to copy that, okay? And we're going to go back to our PowerPoint. Now, keep in mind, you have the same options here. We're going to go keep text only. Just paste that plain text. And when you paste it, you're going to notice there might be some things left over from the site formatting, right? We'll just get rid of that, like verse numbers and references. Let's get rid of that. And there we go. Let's also know where we got this from. Ephesians 1, verse 11 to 12. All right, so there you go. Now we got the text in there. In this case, let's go back to design. And in this case, I'm going to use a different picture. Sorry. See, that's a good example of what happens when you put in the background and you have the text box selected. It'll only format it for the text box, not for the entire slide. And that was obviously a mistake. So let's go click here, select the slide, and picture text fill. So now I want a picture or text fill. Now I could use a picture that's just black, right? But I'm going to use this forest one again to show you how I do this. So let's put in this picture. And again, you see it's kind of hard to read. Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to get this shape fill again, okay? So automatically format it to white. And we want to make that Century Gothic as well. Okay, looking pretty good. Let's change the font here. Now, you don't, in this case, what we don't want is we don't want it in this box here. It doesn't look bad, right? But say we want the entire picture to be the same color, essentially. We don't want this variant. So what I usually do is I make the text box fill the entire screen. Now, it's not going to work if you go down here. It just snaps back up. So center it where you want it. Maybe you want it in the center of your slide. And to get it to fill the entire screen, just go enter. Just click there and hit enter. Now you're going to notice it goes over the slide here. There's an overflow. But that doesn't matter because when I export the picture, you'll never know, because all it does is it just exports the boundaries of the picture, right? The whatever, I can't think of the word right now. But yeah, so that's how you do it. See, now you'll have the picture is the entire picture is the same color, whereas here we got the text box, right? You can see they're two different. That one's obviously slightly darker because we've got that transparent black shape fill, and that looks pretty good. So the final step is exporting these, and when we go to save our PowerPoint, right, it will just automatically by default save it as a PowerPoint file, but we want to export our PowerPoint and have it export as JPEG or PNG. And so we're going to go over here, and I'm going to save it as .jpeg. Okay, so make sure this is selected. So export, change file type, and then JPEG, and then we go save as. Don't click that. I often make that mistake. And you go save as. Okay, now it's going to ask you where you want to save it. It's just a presentation.jpg. You can tell, okay, it's right in the right format, so call whatever you want. We'll call this nice slides. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna save it in pictures. Okay, now this is important. When you hit save, it's gonna ask you all slides or just this one. Now you want to obviously I made a mistake. I left this blank slide in here, but that's okay. So it's gonna save that as a picture as well. But let's say you just wanted to save one picture. It will only, if I hit just this one, it's only going to save the picture that is selected. In this case, it would be this one right here, number 2, which is the one we're on right now, right? C.S. Lewis, The Great Divorce quote. But in this case, I want to save both of these. I want them both exported, and I'm going to hit all slides. Okay, you can see there it finished. Each slide presentation has been saved, and it will put those in a folder for me. So let's minimize this and let's go to our File Explorer. Okay, so once we have our File Explorer open, we'll go to where I exported to. In this case, it was the pictures library, and here you can see I have the folder. So put it in a folder called Nice Slides. I'll click on that, and I already deleted that extra blank slide 1. So all I have here are these 2 slides that actually have the actual pictures that I created. So I'll click on that, open it, and you'll see that that's pretty nice quality there. There you go, there's the second one. And as you can see, there was no overflow here, right? It just exported the picture. So that's how you create the pictures with the text overlay and export them. It's pretty easy. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to show you was if you want to make a picture, the background of several slides, instead of going through the hassle of clicking on the slide and then inserting the picture for every single one, you can actually insert the picture for multiple slides at once. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a couple blank slides. Let's open these. Okay. So to show you how I do that, I want the same picture for all of these slides. I'm going to go like this, right? And then I'm going to go back to that design tab. I'm going to go format background, picture, or texture fill, and I'm going to find that picture I want. Let's suppose it is this Bible picture. And look at that. It's formatted every single one with this book wallpaper. And yeah, worked quite nicely. That's how you do it. That'll probably save you a lot of time, make things less tedious. Yeah, and I hope that helped. Thanks for watching.